Hi everyone. So this is my version of how YouTube changed my life. So I'm sure you've watched this, you've seen this. A lot of creators have made this, and I actually had made one. But after making that video, I thought, is it really relevant to my channel? Does it fit what I'm doing on the channel? So for that reason, I left it and I did not post it. But today I saw another YouTuber that made the same video title, of course, with her perspective. And watching her, and I thought, actually, maybe I'll make one as well. And I think it is relevant because it's your personal story. It is the way it's changed my life, not necessarily in terms of monetary value, which I think a lot of people that made this video were talking in terms of money. But that's not the case with me. And also for that other YouTuber that I said I saw earlier, that was not the case with her. So I think it's more about our journey, our development, and how we are getting on with the content creation that YouTube gives you the opportunity to do. So I will be giving you my version and the way it has affected mine. So doing YouTube has certainly been a life-changing experience for me. I would say that it's impacted my life in three main ways. So I'm going to be talking about those three ways in which it has made a difference in my life. And I'll sometimes look at my notes because I've got it somewhere here. Anyway, so the very first one is my work-life balance, because I'm a school teacher, and I think it is common knowledge that school teachers not only work when they're at school. In fact, the bulk of your work, if you want to be, really good, you have to do quite a bit from outside of the working hours. Maybe you're staying back at work or coming home straight, whatever it is, you're working outside of those working hours. And so for me, for a lot of times before now, I didn't really have any other thing doing apart from looking after the family, children, hobbies and things. And YouTube takes a lot of time, so it has eaten into that time of that I probably would have been using just doing work. So in a sense, it had sort of brought in a kind of balance that I'm beginning to see that, well, since I have to do my videos, I need to do all that I'm going to do to be able to put out videos. Then I would have to reduce the time I'm spending on schoolwork. Not that I'm working, not that the quality of the work is inferior. It's just that I'm also having to work more smartly, which I think is a good thing. So in that way, YouTube has changed my life. So at the time of this recording, I'll show you what my table looks like, full of papers. The children have done, we're in the season of exams, and so there's a lot of marking. And in previous years, or before YouTube, what I used to do then is to just get on with the marking and get everything done and make sure that possibly I'm able to give the papers back to the kids the very next time I see them, and I put myself under undue pressure. But that's no more the case now, because I realize actually it can wait. They can wait another lesson. We do something else. And when I'm done, I would be able to give the papers to them. And in addition to that, I'm also having to meet up my obligation of, getting my videos on YouTube, which I think is good because it gives me a mental change or shift. Because of course, the kind of work I'm doing when I'm doing the YouTube is different from what I do as profession. And I think that change is good also for my mental health. So that has been a positive impact on my life. And so that's one of the changes I was going to talk about. So the second category of changes or ways in which YouTube has affected my life is the fact that there is so much to learn, and it's almost as if it's never ending. You're learning how to use the different things. I've never had to edit a video before in my life, but I've learned that I'm improving on my video editing skills, using different kinds of resources to, enhance the video. And that skill I would never have, learned if not for for YouTube. You having to do thumbnails and use a tripod. At the moment I'm filming with my phone and it's on the tripod. I wouldn't have bought a tripod for what? If not because I need to, because my channel is gardening, and so I have to do some videos outside, and I'm finding those skills, the way I shoot pictures and take pictures, I'm becoming more particular about angles, lightning, and all of those things, which I would not really have even considered before YouTube. And that again has been a positive impact on my life. So in that sense, it's really made a change in my life. Another thing that YouTube has done for me, it's opened up a different kind of opportunities that I probably would not have thought of that existed before. So for instance, this happened not to be my only channel. I've got another channel where I do scriptures, and in the early days I was doing a lot of scripting, and unknown to me, I was making outlines of things that I later found very useful to repurpose, and some other things that I've done before that I'm having to repeat to present them in another format. It's just increased my proficiency in some of those areas, and I think that again is something that I would not have been able to acquire if not for the fact that I've got this channel or YouTube where I am having to present those things. So that's another thing that YouTube has done for me. Even though I thought I was going to talk about just 3 areas, which I have, in terms of work-life balance and the learning that I've acquired, and it's still ongoing with regards to the YouTube, also the opportunities. But I'm also thinking that emotionally I'm even more, I've had to explore some emotions that I probably did not know were there before. So for instance, this channel is just 20 subscribers I have on this. Yes, it's very new. However, when I think a lot of people talk about this, when you look at what you're doing and you're comparing the other channels to your channel, you wonder, oh, when am I going to get there? How long is it going to take? And those kind of feeling discouraged, feeling all the different kind of emotions that those kind of thoughts can provoke. I have to manage that, and I would not have been exposed to those kind of emotions if not for the fact that I now see myself working in this area of YouTube, and having to consider the possibility of growth and how to go about it. So I'm having to look and critically manage my mental health and emotion, and that awareness that I could find. I'm almost 60 years old, and I've never really been exposed to that kind of aspect of my life. It's there, but because the opportunity that would bring it out was not presented, I didn't find myself in that situation before, and now I'm having to deal with that. So that is something that I think is a really impactful thing that having a YouTube channel has done for me. So I think those are the areas in which I want to talk about how YouTube is affected. But I think on the whole, it can be a very how would I describe, rewarding effect on the whole average when you sum everything up, that the impacts that YouTube has had on my life and on people's life generally. So I think that's all I've got to say, and I hope you find this useful. If you are watching and you're considering starting a channel, I think it's open, it's good. Just be careful or mindful of your purpose, what you want to achieve. I've been listening to a lot of course, if you're on YouTube, you will listen to YouTubers, and there are some people I find very helpful in their approaches, in the way they present the process, the journey that you will find yourself going on if you take up YouTube. And so be open, I would say, if you're looking to start a channel, and just know that It is, yes, a journey, but it can be a long one. And, a lot of people are very much wanting to grow quickly, but the growth would also bring about its challenges with it. So I think while it's good to be successful, it's good to enjoy the process and learn a lot of things that you find useful on the way or even after you have succeeded. So I think slow and steady can be very rewarding. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and possibly subscribe to my channel if you are interested in gardening, because that's what I do mostly. And also turn on your notification button so you can receive an alert when a new video has been released. And until next time, I say unto you, bye.